There's a silent war happening inside every man's mind, a war that no one talks about at the dinner table. It's not fought with swords, guns, or armies, but with thoughts, choices, and moments of weakness. This war is the battle between desire and discipline. Desire is the whisper that says, "Take it easy, you've earned this." Discipline is the voice that replies, "Not yet. Stay focused." For most of human history, men built empires, led families, and shaped civilizations by mastering one thing: self-control. But today, we live in a world where everything is one click away. Comfort is instant. Pleasure is easy. Discipline feels outdated. And yet, deep down, every man knows that comfort never made him stronger. It's the struggle that builds the man, not the shortcut. Today, we were diving deep into the battle that defines your future, the battle between your desires and your discipline. Because this isn't just about self-control. It's about your energy, your purpose, and yes, your seed. It is about learning how to protect your strength from the world that constantly tries to drain it. The rise of desire. Let's start with the truth most people avoid. Desire is not your enemy. It's part of who you are. Without desire, humanity wouldn't have survived. Desire drives a man to create, to love, to protect, to build. But here's where the problem begins, when desire becomes your master instead of your fuel. Think of the modern world as a giant machine built to hijack your desires. Every ad, every video, every notification is designed to pull you closer to pleasure and farther from purpose. It trains your brain to chase quick comfort instead of long-term meaning. 50 years ago, men had to earn every reward. You worked all week, you rested on Sunday, you felt pride in the struggle. Now you can have everything without effort. And that's exactly why most men feel empty. Because when desire wins too often, discipline dies quietly. And when discipline dies, the man soon follows. The ancient philosophers knew this long before science proved it. They said, "He who conquers himself is greater than he who conquers a city." Today, neuroscience agrees. When you give in to temptation, whether it's lust, laziness, or instant gratification, your brain gets a quick hit of dopamine. That's the same chemical released when someone takes drugs. It feels good for a moment. But here's the trap. Your brain begins to crave that easy pleasure again and again. And before you realize it, you're no longer choosing, you're reacting. Have you ever wondered why you feel restless even after indulging your desires? Why satisfaction fades so quickly? It's because desire is endless. It always asks for more. Imagine your mind as a garden. Desire is like fire, warm when controlled, but devastating when unleashed. If you don't guard it, it burns everything: your focus, your energy, your peace. And one of the strongest desires that men face is sexual desire. The urge that drives creation, but also destruction when misused. The same energy that can build families, art, and legacies can also destroy potential when wasted. That's why ancient traditions across cultures, from the Stoics to the monks, taught men to master this energy, not suppress it. They believed that when a man controls his seed, he controls his destiny. And yet, today's world tells you the opposite. It tells you indulgence is freedom, that letting go is healthy. But if that were true, why are so many men feeling weak, tired, and directionless? Because desire without discipline doesn't free you, it enslaves you. The fall of discipline. Let's be honest. Discipline sounds boring, it's not flashy. It doesn't give you instant rewards. It demands patience, sacrifice, and pain. But that pain is what forges greatness. The tragedy of modern life is that most people run from pain, and in doing so, they run from growth. Think of a man named Daniel. At 25, Daniel was full of fire. He had dreams, passion, and potential. But every time he faced discomfort, he ran toward the nearest distraction: a drink, a screen, a fantasy. 10 years later, he looked in the mirror and saw a man he barely recognized. Tired eyes, lost purpose, no hunger left. What happened? Desire won. Discipline was never trained, because discipline isn't something you're born with. It's something you build. Every time you say no to a quick reward, your brain becomes stronger. Every time you resist, your willpower grows a little more. It's like lifting weights. The resistance is what builds the muscle. But here's the danger. If you always give in, that muscle atrophies. You lose control over yourself, one decision at a time. When you constantly chase pleasure, your brain forgets how to enjoy simple things. You feel bored easily. You lose focus. You start seeking stronger stimulation to feel alive. That's why so many men today feel anxious for no reason. It is not life. It is their mind constantly looking for its next hit of dopamine. And here's the cruel part. The more you chase comfort, the weaker you become. Comfort doesn't build kings. It builds slaves. Real discipline begins where comfort ends. Now imagine if you redirected all that wasted energy, all those hours lost to distraction, into your mission, your body, your craft. How unstoppable would you be? This is the power of controlled energy. When a man guards his desires, he transforms that raw urge into drive. Instead of chasing pleasure, he starts creating purpose. Discipline isn't punishment, it's protection. It guards your focus from the chaos of the world. It keeps you grounded when temptation tries to pull you off your path. So the question is, are you the master of your desires or their servant? The return of power. There's a turning point in every man's story. A moment when he realizes that pleasure has cost him more than pain ever did. Maybe you've felt it. The moment after indulgence, when the excitement fades and you're left with emptiness. It's a quiet kind of regret. That's your inner voice calling you back to discipline. Because deep down, every man craves mastery, not just over the world, but over himself. You can't buy discipline. You can't fake it. You earn it every day through choices no one else sees. Now here's where the transformation begins. When you stop feeding lust, laziness, or distraction, something magical happens. Your energy starts to rebuild. You wake up earlier, you think clearer, you feel stronger. That's not imagination. That's your brain healing itself. Science calls it neuroplasticity. Every time you resist temptation, your brain forms new connections that make it easier to resist next time. You're literally rewiring your mind for greatness. It's like turning a dim light into a burning flame again. Your seed, your focus, your attention, they are not small things. They are your power. When you waste them, you feel drained. When you protect them, you feel alive. And the most incredible thing happens. You begin to attract what you once chased. Because energy is magnetic. When you live with discipline, you walk differently. You speak differently. People feel it. You're no longer desperate for pleasure. You're driven by purpose. And purpose is what every man over 50 truly seeks. Not another distraction, but a reason to wake up strong, proud, and clear. You see, discipline doesn't take away your freedom. It gives it back. It removes the noise so you can finally hear your own voice again. And when you start winning the small battles, waking up early, staying focused, saying no to temptation, you begin to feel a deep kind of peace that pleasure could never give you. That S when you realize the battle between desire and discipline isn't about denying yourself. It's about discovering yourself. It's not about killing desire. It's about mastering it. Because desire is fire, and fire can burn, or it can forge steel. When you channel that energy toward your purpose, your health, your faith, your legacy, you rise again. You become the man you were meant to be, strong, calm, unshakable. The kingdom within discipline is not about control for control's sake. It's about choosing the higher path when the lower one feels easier. It's about remembering that your life has value, that your strength is sacred. The modern world has convinced men to waste their power on things that don't matter. Endless screens, empty pleasure, meaningless noise. But the truth is simple. Your power was never meant to be spilled. It was meant to be built. Every time you save your energy, mentally, physically, emotionally, you build a reserve of power that can move mountains. You start to think clearer, you act faster, you love deeper. And maybe you've lost that power before. That's okay. The battle is not over. The comeback begins the moment you decide to rise again. Every second you resist weakness, you grow stronger. Every day you stay disciplined, your future self thanks you. And when you look back one day, calm, focused, fulfilled, you will realize that this inner war was the best thing that ever happened to you, because it forced you to evolve. Desire may whisper, but discipline roars. So let me ask you, which voice will you follow tonight? The voice that wants to consume you, or the voice that wants to crown you? Because in the battle between desire and discipline, there is only one winner, the one you choose every single day. If this message spoke to you, don't stop here. Your next step is waiting. Watch my next video. How to break free from addictive habits at any age. In it, we'll go even deeper into how you can rebuild your focus, restore your energy, and regain total control of your life. No matter how long you've been fighting this battle. Click it now, because the war inside you doesn't end with knowledge. It ends with action. And remember, a man who conquers his desire becomes unstoppable, because he doesn't just win the world, he wins himself.